Should everyone have to work a month in the service industry? The Journey podcast really does bring up a good point.
I think everybody in the fucking world should have to work a month in a restaurant. 100% as a waiter, because you learn about yourself, you learn about people, you learn people skills, you learn how to manage stress, you learn how to lead, you know how to connect dots. Fuck college. Just go work in a restaurant for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Listen, that is a quality take. I mean, talking about the basics of what the restaurant industry teaches you.
Yeah.
Definitely all the things that he just said.
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, customer service, you have to have like patience. You really have to have some kind of humility. So I think the point of what he was trying to make is also, in addition to all those things, you end up treating a man that walked a mile in your shoes differently.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I agree. Being a waiter was fucking insane.
Oh, bro.
Hard.
You know, I tell people this all the time in the pod that I was on yesterday. Shout out to Jack.
Way harder than what I do now.
Oh, bro.
You're in the weeds, bro. Like, there's nothing in the world like that.
Bro, if you have something wrong going on in your life, or even something good going on in your life, when you're in the weeds, nothing else matters.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what's so
Is that
very...
a waiter term, in the weeds?
In the
Yes.
weeds is when you got a 6-top, a 4-top, a 3-top. He wants a Diet Coke, but he can't drink fucking seltzer, but he can't
Bartender's out. You got to make all the
Excuse me, I'm
drinks.
still waiting for my lemons.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. And
Yeah,
when you
they-
have fucking a lot of shit going on in your life, but you can't mentally focus on that
Yeah.
shit because table 36 over there didn't get their appetizers, but their entree's about to come out,
And you
got
forgot to fire
problems.
the
Oh, you
entree,
forgot-
and it's
oh,
grandma's
bro.
90th birthday, and there's 15 people at the table, and you realize it's been an hour and a half, and the
Bro.
kitchen's slammed, so it's going to take another hour and a half.
I wouldn't
to get
trade
the
it for the
food.
world, though, I'll tell you
Jesus,
that. I wouldn't trade that shit for
Definitely
the
Bill's
world.
character.
For
sure.
100.
Honestly, I mean, everything I've gone through in life, I think it all has its reasons for it makes you who you are in the end.
You do find out about yourself if
Absolutely.
you're willing to, if you're able to handle different situations, different things coming at you all at once. So let's talk about it. You have things like, first of all, the thing that really tripped me up is I came from the kitchen originally, and then I moved out to the floor. So the biggest thing that I had to learn was my communication skills.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's not just talking; it's listening.
No, you have to listen. You learn how to listen.
You do.
You learn how to listen. You learn how to diagnose the problem before. Over time, you'll learn how to diagnose the problem before it even becomes a problem because you can hear it in their tone or what they need, and this way you can prioritize what they need immediately compared to waiting for something to drop the ball that drop and then having to fix it.
I think one thing that as I'm preparing for shows like this, and we've done shows like this before, one of the things that is really a hidden benefit is confidence.
Oh yeah.
The thing that you are on stage constantly in different situations, and sometimes you're really taking it. You're taking
to
it to
the chin.
Yeah, yes.
You're like Rocky Balboa out there, yo.
And now you're able to just walk out and stick your chin out and say, what?
Yeah.
And you're able to bob and weave. And by bob and weave, I mean that you amass different ways of handling.
And controlling situations.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. A big one for me, time management.
Huge.
It's so huge because you have different things that even if you forgot something, right? You have to know when to slot that in, right?
Yeah.
And so time management is knowing that you have a table, you might have a new table, this other table was there longer and you hadn't
Been there yet.
You haven't been there yet, or you haven't put their food in. So you have to slow those things down. You have to be able to slot things. It's a logistics puzzle.
Oh, for sure.
And now you come to a thing where you're balancing multiple tables, and that translates into other avenues of life.
Of course, you're multitasking.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So I think they really have a good point. What else do you think is there to gain by working a month in the restaurant industry besides empathy for the
A month.
position?
I like what he said. I like how he said 3 months because I don't think in a month you're really going to get it. It's going to take that first month. You're going to be a deer in headlights. You know what I mean? So you would have an appreciation, but you wouldn't have a true sense of what's really going on.
Okay.
By your third month, especially if you're a server, you've kind of grasped. You still might not be where we're at. Obviously, you shouldn't be. But at the same time, you've grasped the idea of the business. You've learned how to problem solve on your own. You hope, okay? Well, as much as you're going to, especially in that 3 months. You know what I mean? Certain people just learn things quicker than others.
True. Problem solving it's a sliding scale.
Yeah.
Because we are all solving problems. Do we solve it well?
Correct. Exactly.
Right? Is it the best way that we could have done? Because even now, as I problem solve, I really have been able to inject a bit of empathy, a bit of reflection, a bit of mirroring and things like that. It's just building on those things. But we all are problem solving, even if we just say no and things fall apart. We solve the problem. Not for everyone.
Exactly. For ourselves at that point. Selfish bastard.
And another thing is dealing with high stress situations.
Yes.
Dealing with things that are out of your control. And let's talk about also working well with others.
Yes.
Okay?
Huge.
So high stress situations, when things are out of your control, it's stressful because as a server, you are the face. And as the face, they don't care why things are happening.
Yeah, the key is if you can, I've learned this over time, if you can be calm and give your guests a sense of, feeling safe. Like with
give
you
them
as
a safe space.
Yes.
And
it don't matter how long, like let's say you are running that 30-minute plus ticket time. If you've already made them comfortable, you've aware them of what's going on, you have a situation in place, they really don't notice it because you've been taking such good care of them. Compared to as if you start the other way around and they kind of push you around and you don't have control of your situation, they'll be the first one 10 minutes into, well, where's our food? You know what I mean? Or something like that. Where I find when I'm in a situation where if I come in hot, ready to go, and I tell them like this is how it's going to go. We're going to do X, Y, Z. Even if it is running long, or when I do say I know it's been a few minutes, then they're not as needy at that point because you've kind of set a baseline that in my hands you're okay.
You want to be confident.
Absolutely.
And so if your pilot's confident, you're confident that he can land a plane in some bad weather. And so if you are wavering and they are running over you, they're not going to be confident that you'll be solving solutions on their behalf.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So I don't really necessarily agree that everyone has to spend 3 months to impart empathy, although I think that would be valuable.
Oh, yeah.
But to get the things and skills that this business teaches you, because you see that people in the restaurant business, they go out into entrepreneurship, they go out into real estate, they go out into sales, and they have the confidence to be able to talk to anyone.
Absolutely.
And that's a valuable skill that you can...
Huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.